Hey guys, I wanted to just do a little bit of talk here. I have thoughts here of like what I just want to talk about on this because it's just my kind of channel. It's just me being freely myself and enjoying what I like to talk. And I would like to do like a Star Wars talk kind of thing, but we'll see where it goes. But just talking about characters, anything, one definitely stands out, and some people might know, like you're like, oh yeah, this is obvious, or I get how you feel, I get what you're saying, but I just wanted to talk a bit about like the new trilogy, or in the sense, what keeps the new trilogy glued, or just, what is some of the best parts, or just a character I liked. And I want to talk about a bit about Ben Solo or Kylo Ren. I'm like, this guy, like what I remember from my own head, without trying to do any revisionist, just trying to live through my life when The Force Awakens came out. I know people were like, he's so much of a Darth Vader fanboy, he's so whiny and all that. But for me, when I got the movie, when I realized what was going on with Han and Ben, spoiler, okay? Doesn't matter. Like, spoilers if I do, if not, it's fine. But what went on when Ben chose to, do what he did to his father, seriously, I didn't see it as like that was a way to take him out. I saw it as a way, oh, this is an arc for him. This is something where really he is going to be a character to be taken with. He's not just the antagonist, you know. And it really helps because he is the Skywalker Solo of this trilogy. So I found it really interesting, and that's why. And they gave me enough to realize, okay, he's conflicted. Okay, he has the dark side, light side kind of thing, and that's a kind of trope of a Skywalker kind of storyline, especially. But I liked what they were bringing with the Han and Ben art. That really was kind of brought it for me. It really didn't feel to me as like this was forced or anything. This is really like as as casual as it could have gone, as the flow of this whole situation. And I get it. Han is, to a lot of people, their favorites. He's one of my favorites. It's the big three or big four, depending how you see it. But you know, I get it from like how you like this universe. But I knew for sure that they could have projected his exit for the franchise definitely better. But what was going on, I really understood, especially what came after for all the other characters. And I'm just saying, like, that much, at least. I really like what they did. And Ben Solo is really what was like, okay, this is a lot of people are the characters I liked from this specific movie, but he is someone that we're gonna have to, have an interesting arc for what went on, definitely. And then the Last Jedi comes out, and he does it again. And this time, he takes out his own master. It's like, holy crap! It's like, he went from taking out a good guy to taking out the bad guy. I was like, he is his own person. Okay, I like the fact that I get it that people want a background for Snoke. I really couldn't care. I would have liked it, but also I wasn't even asking for it. I was on board already with Kylo Ren, and I like how it was different. Okay, because now he really did something that, at least in a sense, where he did it quicker or sooner than what Vader could have done. He took out the master of. He's like, I don't care. I was like, I'm my own person, and I like that. Okay, that was a little bit interesting take for this trilogy. I was like, okay, this is something new. We'll see. He's like, he doesn't care about Sith, Jedi. He wants to be his own thing, and I was on board with that. Especially then the middle chapter really helps that his arc was the more fleshed out still. So that depends on certain layers how you think. But I'm just talking about the character and like realizing what he was going through. So the first two films definitely, I understood the cut of like he has a lot at least weighing from his family's lineage, but he also wants to be his own person. And this is fault a bit. Why can we get more background? Why couldn't we get more of his days when he was a Jedi kind of thing? Yeah, that's all subject to whose fault that. Again, I'm just here knowing what I got from the two films. That was my interpretation at the very least. And yeah, you understood. It's like, again, he wasn't for me at least a bad guy that want to take over the world. I like that if we're gonna get bad guys, let's get like, how the concept is. Sometimes the villains are the most interesting people, kind of thing. Well, in this sense, I feel like that's what it was. And it was at that point where like he doesn't even know if he's good or bad. Even after he did the whole Snoke thing, it's just like he still has that conflict. Like, God damn, is this really where I want to be, kind of thing. And then realizing, the Rey and Kylo relationship going, kind of getting an idea where that might be going. So there's that kind of like to look forward to. But just, yeah, just he has as much as like Anakin, Han, Luke, has all these traits, has all this weight carrying from them, like the the pros cons that they've all gone through. It really bleeds into this guy as well. Then the Rise of Skywalker comes out, and he is kind of taking the reins of who he is now. He's accepted it, but still, he wants that more that, he wishes he could have, that he's trying to get, kind of like what his grandfather would, kind of like what his father would, and then realizing, shit, like, so if I'm sticking true to my character, things could have gone out differently. Could have been easier for me to kind of just grasp with what I wanted. And then that's the one where he finally gets. I was okay with the redemption. Okay, everybody's like, the whole franchise. It's too different. It's too similar. I liked this. I wanted to see this, especially where we're going. Where at this time he's really the only one from the whole franchise, so we needed to carry something from the legacy of these characters with him. So him accepting his family now, his blood, and realizing who he is, realizing that he has the traits of his father, has the traits of his mother. Like, he's a Jedi, he's a smuggler, so to say. He has a blaster. There was those moments there. It was like, yes. So he was accepting truly who he was now, and coming to the whole conclusion that realizing that he should have done what he should have done before, and now he's trying to admit to his mistakes and going with the Han and Ben again. That parallel image, that was nice. Okay, it would have been nice to see him get visit again from all his families, his uncle, grandfather, but we needed to see him with his father because of what was established. That is one of the best parts of what ties the trilogy for sure, is what you see in 7, like in 9, that parallel with father and son. Definitely because you know family is important in a very kind of not memeable way kind of thing, and like you could only do so much with Leia, so they had to do Han again, and I like that. Okay, that for me, all 9 episodes should have been something kind of a continuation of the family, and you had new characters along the way. You always do. You never stop. You have enough, whether it was Han originally or whether it was Finn. But there's that Skywalker or Solo now that's been tied in. Ben was that. Which I wish I would have got more. Yes, but what I got with this guy, I liked that he was that like I said, carrying the bloodline, the lineage. And I want to go more into this if I could. Give this like a whole hour, give this a whole 30 minutes, but just in a few minutes, just to talk about what he was. And I like that, yeah. It's just, he wanted to be so much like his family, but then also be his own thing. That was like a new, fresh take. But then realizing that, it was with him all along, who he was, that's what he should have done. And like, he should have done this all, approached it more differently. He had a certain point of view how to go with things, but then it wasn't until when he finally got what his family tried to do and he was able to like accomplish now, that's when he realized that this was his time to shine now. So yeah, let me know, guys, like, what do you think of this character, of like what characters we should talk about? I really want to do these kinds of talks, but it all depends. But this is a guy that I just want to give more of my thoughts. Who cares? In my channel, definitely in my channel, I can have my voice of what I think, and that's what I thought, just of this character, definitely. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what you all think of this. Definitely give me like your take. What should we talk? Definitely, what should we talk from? Just anything. And as always, roll an empire, laugh, smile, repeat.